Once in your life you find her, someone who turns your heart around, and next thing you know, you're closing down the town. Wake up and it's still with you, even though you left your way across town, wondering to yourself, hey, what have I found? When you get caught between the moon and New York City.
Hello everyone from the state you love to hate. I'm Mike Palolo with my co-host
Dan Ritchie.
and
I'm Neil.
alright, and today we have Neil, and he's a lucky boy because he was born in Jersey and he escaped. He
Yeah.
broke out and he
got out.
made it to the West Coast.
That I did. Santa Barbara, sunny and beautiful. Actually, it was beautiful out in New Jersey the entire time I've been back. So
You got a lucky week, the 1 week of the year that's not acid rain and clouds and extreme heat.
extreme heat. Yeah,
It was hailing like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
it was hailing.
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty
It
bad.
was pretty awful,
Some
dude.
crazy storms came in over, there,
It was.
over the middle of the country. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, good. I missed it, and fuck you guys. So good. Good. I'm glad. I hope your cars are dented.
Well, you always wanted to escape though, because I remember us
Yeah.
being kids and you would say, I'm going to California.
Absolutely.
We'd be like 10 years old. And you
It's-
did it.
I think it was like the first place I visited. Like I flew to. Well, maybe Florida, but
No one wants to live there.
no.
No one
Well,
wants to
because it's
live
only
there.
old people where I
Yeah.
went. So
You went to
Everything is
California
done
as a
so
kid?
slow down there.
yeah, when I was like 13. So I don't. Yeah.
Was your sister out there? at that
Yeah,
point?
It's when
Okay.
she was in grad school.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best place.
It's pretty good.
The best
Actually, so you
coast.
got to come out for
I
a little bit.
I did go out there, and I was dead, but I enjoyed it. I still,
Why'd you die?
cause I was having like really bad gastric problems, and I had a colonoscopy
Is-
for going out there, and
Oh,
like,
okay.
it just fucked me up, dude.
We don't have to talk about it. You can go into detail if you want, but we don't have to.
When
Please.
you get a colonoscopy, they shove a thing up your butt. I was sleeping, so it's not
Yeah,
like it
yeah.
would be hilarious if I wasn't.
But
You're just like, oh my god.
yeah, I think the first 3 days you were there, the only thing you ate was like half of a stroopwafel.
Yes, that they gave me on the plane.
Like, here, this is perfect food for after that. And you're like, no, it's not.
And like
Frost,
that-
please.
And just like the jet lag combined with feeling like crap already, I was like, whoa.
Just compounded everything.
Yeah.
I forced him to eat a taco.
By the end, I was a
That's
little bit better.
definitely-
Like the last day or two.
Yeah, it was perfect time for you to enjoy your like week long stay in California.
Of the 9 days I was there,
Yeah.
That last one,
that last.
primo.
You really got to experience the culture of California.
Mhm.
Yes. Well, he made me eat all the stuff anyway.
I made you eat a
just-
taco.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Made me have the taco, and he made us tacos, and it was tasty. Gas station tacos.
Those are the best kind of tacos, though.
That they are.
When I lived in Arizona, the best kind of tacos were street tacos that you got off of a vendor on the side of the street.
In a storm drain, I
Yeah.
think, right? Yeah.
Mhm. Very hard to get to.
Yeah.
Very tasty, though.
Trying to make an it taco joke.
Absolutely. No,
I can't
I
think
was
of
working
one.
on it. But
They all something down here. Something racist with Mexicans. Insert that in post, Mike.
Yeah, do that in post.
Do you want to talk about what you do out there? I know you're a patriot and you do stuff with 3D. You do stuff with 3D printing.
no, I've been working on some chemistry for 3D printing. It's super boring. So I wouldn't want to.
So organic
Go on.
stuff though, right?
Yeah.
Then? Okay.
Yeah. Plastic.
Hmm.
The future. It's a Graduate reference.
Yes,
I don't.
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Okay. All right.
Plastics.
Yeah.
So Dan, I have a question for you before we really get into things.
Shoot.
I went and I got some Coke from your fridge and I got a bottle of water
Mhm.
and I saw hot dogs out of a package on a plate. Would you like to explain what that's all about? Just
before-
stacked like a pyramid, by the way, folks.
Yeah. No. It's beautiful actually.
Before I cook my hot dogs, I like to air them out in the fridge.
You gotta dry age your meat.
Yeah, in
Okay.
a cool, dark climate.
That's not it.
No,
That's-
it's-
yeah.
we bought them for 4th of July, froze them, took them out yesterday to make for the barbecue, and then
Okay.
there was enough food, and we were like, oh, well, I guess we're not going to make hot dogs.
And you're like, if I leave those there for 2 more weeks, I'm gonna have some.
I mean, they're going to be fine. They're hot dogs.
Yeah,
They're not
they'll
gonna
be
I mean,
fine.
what's
Yeah.
gonna nothing? Did you know
What?
nothing will eat a hot dog if you leave it outside?
Is that true?
No, not at
No, I
all.
was
That's,
gonna say,
that's things
I feel
like,
like-
yeah,
like, I feel
no,
like,
things will eat a
uh,
hot dog.
I feel like something's gonna eat that hot dog, dude.
Yeah. Turkey Buzzard comes along.
I feel like I'm
Oh,
gonna
no,
come along and
no.
eat that hot dog.
Yes, I mean, like, yeah, you'll just come by.
It'll still be fine though.
Yeah.
Just have a little dirt. Just
Well,
wipe
they're
it
already
off.
cooked, aren't they? Like, you just are
Yeah.
technically heating them.
Yeah, I guess you could just eat them right out of the fridge.
I remember a guy.
I'm sure it's not good. But
There was a guy at summer camp as a kid. He just put them on like cold and just ate them on a bun.
yeah.
And I was like, this is super gross.
This is why you leave New Jersey.
That's why
This is why you leave New Jersey. It's like a cold cut, but just in like a tube form. So
Oh my god. That makes me want to gag. Like, puke. I thought about that and it's really gross.
I mean, that's what it is. But
It is. Oh man.
Yeah, we still haven't done anything with them because it was like 30 plus hot dogs, and we gave a lot to Ann's parents and buns, and I just stacked them in a pyramid because it's in nice shape.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
one of the best possible shapes for
I
meat
was just
tubes.
confused.
I mean, I couldn't do anything else. I mean, I guess I could have Lincoln logged them.
Yeah.
You could have stacked
Right.
them like you were making like a fire, make a teepee shape, different kind of pyramid. I guess it's a cone.
That would have been really hard, though.
Yeah, but think
I
about
mean, I can go try.
think about the reward.
I'll send it to you later. Send you a video. Do you want to do hat topics, or what do you want to do now?
Yeah, we can move on to a hat topic. Unless Neil, do you have anything you want to talk about?
I'm just curious to see what's in this hat because these are basically pulling ideas straight out of
A
your
hat.
guys' brain.
Yeah, pretty much.
Neil, you can pick the first one.
Not that
I think fate. Oh, never
Nope.
mind.
one.
Okay.
Sometimes
There
the
you go.
coin lands on
Oh,
its
this is a
head, too.
long one. All right, great.
Hopefully, it's one we did, not somebody else. From
Eddie Murphy should make a comeback.
I agree.
Did you write that?
I don't know. Did I? Let me see. Yeah, I wrote that. I agree.
Yeah, that's sure.
I
It would
definitely
be-
think he should, but he should just make a comeback of all his original movies. So just
Like
do
reboot
like
them?
yeah,
himself?
Beverly Hills Cops 1, 2, and 3 again himself, but like the sequels to that. So it'd be like Star Wars, but with Eddie Murphy just older.
No, he should just remake them like shot for shot.
I would be okay with that too. Just older.
Just
That'd be
never
great.
acknowledge that he's older
I just
at
want
all.
Judge Reinhold to make a comeback.
Yeah, isn't he in jail now?
Is he?
What?
I don't know. I thought he got arrested.
Wow. He's in that, right? He's the white dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The, one
yeah.
of the two. Yeah,
Who's
he
the other
plays
one?
Rosewood, I think.
I don't remember.
He's the
Yeah.
tall one.
No, he's the taller,
Just-
not the short.
And then
the
there's the
judge was the
bald
tall
guy.
one.
No, there's a bald guy in it too. Or is that later where it's like, hey, I heard from your partner because he doesn't work here anymore. But like, he told me everything about you and we're just good to go. You don't need to worry about your partner. I'm your partner now.
No, they were both in the original. Like when he goes out to California, the shorter bald guy like hates him,
Yeah.
and then the taller guy's like, "Oh, it's okay, guy. He's not that bad." And he's like, "No, I'm by the book. Fuck you." And they fight, and then he has to apologize to him in the police station. But I think they should remake all of his old stuff, man. Like 48 Hours with Nick Nolte.
Well, I mean, I
That'd be
would
a good
watch.
one.
I would watch a Force Awakens style
I would not.
remake of it, where like they're looking for Eddie Murphy's cop character, and they
Mhm.
find him at the very end.
And they just, yeah, they're looking for him,
They're
and they
like
have
handing
to,
his badge.
But-
yeah, they have to find the star map to
They got
figure out
this
where
little
he
white
went.
girl
Well,
like up in there.
Who would be looking for him?
Some little white girl, dude.
Looking for Eddie Murphy from Detroit? Are
It's
they in
Judge
Detroit?
Judge Reinhold's.
Yeah, granddaughter.
No.
Yeah, I just love your face.
And like she like it's her first time ever using a gun, but she like hits every target.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't watch that.
She's like super good.
Shot for shot though.
Shot
I'll
for
watch
shot, just older Eddie Murphy, but they still like call him like a young kid and stuff. Though there's like they're just straight face the whole thing.
Come on,
shot
rookie.
for shot.
Well, how old are you? 28. He's just like in his 50s, clearly.
Yeah,
But they would also have to do everything from that to like, what's it, the Clumps or whatever the fuck that one is.
Yeah, and the classic Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, that and
Is that the one that killed? What killed his career?
wasn't he in a
Shrek,
movie
Orbit?
where he was in his own brains, or he
Yes,
was like an
he was.
alien man? Alien
This is
man.
a great picture of
I don't know.
like a set photo on the highway of his giant head.
Uh-huh.
They were taking it on the highway. Because the
Oh
prop-
yeah, I remember previews for that. I didn't see it though.
I don't know what it's called.
Mm-mm. We can look it up.
Maybe
Is
this
that
is
pre
what-
or post Norbit though? Because I feel like that one was terrible. Kind of.
Wait, oh shit.
Um,
That's like one of those things you just purge from your memory.
Yeah, that existed.
He would have to do everything, even like Shrek though. He would just have to do all his voice parts. But I think it'd be hilarious if he did his voice parts, but they just filmed him doing his voice
Well,
parts.
so more
and then,
importantly,
like-
then Smash Mouth should make a comeback.
absolutely,
I would watch a remake of Shrek, but everyone's voiced by Eddie Murphy.
that would be great. Eddie Murphy.
I mean, why don't they make those movies? Because he and Mike Myers, they do all the roles, so why don't they have an animated movie where they play every character?
I feel like it would be very, very, very confusing.
It'd be really confusing if every person sounds nearly
Why does
the
that
same.
ogre sound like that donkey?
It's not that
sound
confusing
like
on screen when there's like 5 of them.
It's true.
They can make it work.
It's true. But I do want to say, like, I know you were singing the song earlier. Beverly Hills Cop does a very good job with only one song for the whole movie.
Boop, 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 boop. Do, 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 do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the one where he's Is it
Yes.
Meat
Yeah.
Dave?
Meet Dave.
Meet Dave.
Is that where he's the alien though?
No, I mean,
Yeah,
I think
I
he's
think-
this little guy
Yeah,
who drives
inside
the
the
bigger
alien.
guy.
Okay,
They're a race of small people.
so it's like the guy from Men in Black. He opened the jeweler.
Yes.
Yeah,
like,
but
opens up his ear.
they're littler.
Right, and they're not aliens, but they're aliens. And
I
they look
think
like
they're
people,
aliens.
I mean, what else are they going to be?
but he doesn't look like an alien. He looks
Like somebody
Eddie
gave
Murphy.
birth to that, but they didn't realize because it's just
There's a
like-
whole crew of them, because I remember
I
the
think
trailer,
there's a
there's like
bunch.
a
I
whole
think
bunch
there's
of
a
them
bunch.
inside there. Like how Inside Out, have you seen
okay.
that? I have not.
Inside
But I've
Out's
seen
just a
the
rip-
same-
Let's dive a little deeper into the Meet Dave mythos.
Yeah,
I
bring
think
up
really
the
we need
Wikipedia
to.
page. Let's see what this is
I
about.
wanna.
A crew of miniature aliens operate a spaceship that has a
All right.
human form. While trying to save their planet, the aliens encounter a new problem as the
Oh shit! What a cliffhanger.
I don't know where I lost my spot at. Yep, nope, that's all. That's all it says. You click
I
on
mean,
that and it
to
just
be
like
fair, if I was designing a spaceship, it would look like Eddie Murphy.
oh, as their ship becomes smitten with an Earth woman. So I guess their ship's alive.
Oh,
So it's like
that's a very complicated
Osmosis
premise.
drones.
Yeah. He was also
Good
in
movie.
It's not bad.
Father of the Bride,
It's
Daddy
also not Eddie
Daycare.
Murphy.
It's not Eddie Murphy. It's Bill Murray, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Chris Rock.
In what?
It's not
Speaking-
Mrs. Jones.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's Osmosis. He's the titular character.
Okay, I forgot. Dude, I haven't seen Osmosis Jones.
I just
Yeah,
thought you were
no.
about to say that Eddie Murphy was Osmosis Jones.
No, I was going to say that.
That's
Oh,
what
they're
they
inside Bill Murray, though, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are inside Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he eats that nasty egg that fucking chimp licks. He should also remake
Yes, he
Bowfinger.
does.
You remember Bowfinger?
Yeah.
I've never
that's the
seen
movie
it.
about making a bad movie, right? With
Yeah.
Steve Martin.
Yep. And Eddie Murphy plays like the lead role, but he's like fucking terrible.
Oh, he's like the cousin of somebody. He like is a lookalike. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Eddie Murphy also plays like a popular actor.
And isn't that kind of a fuck it, I can't think of that. Like a producer's sort of
Yeah,
scenario
like he
where-
wants to make a bad movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Next hat topic.
Yeah.
So do we all agree that Eddie Murphy should make a comeback?
Yeah,
I would like
absolutely.
him to.
I mean,
I could talk about Meet Dave for another hour.
Yeah, I mean, really, let's-
Let's
Seems
stretch this
interesting.
out.
We'll just
I
read the
want to know
trivia
how
page.
alive the ship is exactly. How did it come that way?
Yeah.
All right, bravest thing you ever done. Variant of one of my favorite questions.
That's what's one of mine?
One of yours?
Yeah,
oh,
I
it
wrote
is.
that-
Oh,
I
I
wrote
was
that
like,
down.
I thought you were asking me what your bravest moment was, and I was like, that's a hard one for me to answer.
No.
yeah,
that's
yeah,
funny,
go
yeah.
on. Bravest thing Mike's ever done. All right, this is a very interesting and pointed topic.
Oh, I thought it'd be interesting.
All right, so please, by all means, then
Oh,
lead
yeah,
the charge here.
Please go ahead, Neil. Start.
No.
I got one.
Okay, Dan.
I think we were in 4th grade, and a lunch lady yelled at one of us, not one of us, but somebody that was sitting at my lunch table,
Uh huh.
put that toy away, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it's actually my toy. Don't yell at him. It wasn't my toy.
Oh shit.
Took the blame, took the heat, felt like a G. Yeah, that's probably the bravest thing I've ever done. I was like 10.
And then just been downhill
Yeah,
since
I just been
that
doing
moment didn't
shitty-
work out too hot for you, and you're like, learned
Just
a lesson
shitty
here
stuff from
today.
You went straight to the Google. Okay. I could say when Will and we pulled over and we saw the guy that was crashed, but that's kind of like, I don't know, not that
Good
heroic.
Samaritan?
Yeah, that's like a Good Samaritan thing maybe.
That's pretty brave, though.
Yeah,
That's just being a nice person.
that's being a nice person, I guess.
I don't know, I might have just drove by.
Yeah, we
I'll give you
considered
that
it
one.
because it was super foggy.
Yeah,
It was
but
like-
you stopped.
Yeah, we're like maybe they're just like making out in that tree.
Maybe. They just had to get there really quick. Yeah.
And then I could say the romantic one was approaching Caroline in a bar.
That's a
'Cause
good one.
I usually want to do that.
Yeah.
Go talk to some random stranger woman.
That's right. Just the normal social thing of picking somebody up in a bar is Mike's bravest moment.
It worked out though.
That's some brave shit, man.
Hey, I've been with my friends and none of them ever talked
You're
to
right.
any girls.
You're absolutely
I'm the
right.
only one out of
Yeah.
our group that goes and talks. Well, did.
Stop
Talk
with
to
your
a
paper
random lady.
rolling. We can hear it on the microphone.
We can hear the paper.
This is
rolling.
why we need another splitter so everyone else can hear it too.
Yeah.
To know exactly what kind of annoying sounds. Like, what are you doing?
I was sitting here and I was listening to you talk about picking women up and I was like, what is that crackling noise in the background?
It's
That's
a
all I
me.
heard.
Well, at least you're not like Kevin, who had microphones and was considered like had headphones in and was still tapping,
Yeah.
like nonstop, and he could hear it.
We were like,
Let's-
Kevin, you're
Kevin,
tapping.
we're gonna shit on you every episode.
Yeah, no. Let's continue to shit talk other guests in the past.
What's the bravest thing you've done?
Oh
Neil?
God. I like to think I've lived
I was
very
like-
safe. I'll go for the hat. No.
What's one brave thing?
What's
you've
one?
ever
What
done?
is a single brave thing I've ever? You know, I was just thinking as an aside. This is not at all for me buying time to think about any brave thing
Okay,
I've
sure,
ever
yeah,
done.
of course.
That's fine.
Like, you're
Segue into
talking
something
about
that's
somebody
not brave.
saying somebody like, "Oh, that's my toy." I remember one of the first dreams I can remember. I was like a little kid. It was like a
It'd be funny if the
kindergarten
first dream you
situation.
had, you weren't an adult. That would be bizarre.
That was the first dream I can remember, and it was like I had a Batman toy, but I wanted to play with like this kid's fire truck, and we like traded, and like I had this fire truck, and he was playing with my Batman toy. Then his mom came to pick him up, and he like gave me back my Batman toy, but he forgot to take his fire truck, and I had both toys, and that was just such a great dream. I feel like that's the opposite of being brave.
No, man, that's just you being frugal, I guess. And him
So much
being
for
a,
the tolerant
him
alt
being
left.
a dumbass. That would be hilarious, though, if you were like a 35-year-old man and you're like, fire truck? He's like, Batman toy? And then you guys traded and you were just an adult playing with it.
That's basically what I do at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's children at your work.
No,
you
no,
just
just,
did that
other.
base.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a brave thing.
I don't have. I'm trying to think. I'm like, I'll just lie about something that sounds right. I know. I'm sure I've done something brave in my life.
Mike?
Sure, I'll pick one. All right, this is another topic that I wrote down.
Hmm.
Best gift you've ever received.
Probably that fire truck.
Don't start with me.
Neil, do you have one? Since you didn't have one for the other one.
No, I mean, I think the best gift I received, the one that like has like done the most for me, was when I was in like 8th grade or something. My mom got me that guitar, that first guitar that I had.
Yeah.
And that was great. I mean, like, I've been playing ever since, and that's just been really... I mean, it's, you know, it's not the same guitar that I've been playing, but it starts the whole thing, which is a pretty cool, you know, getting introduced to something that you're going to do for presumably the rest of your life. Maybe I'll just hate guitar next year. Like, never mind. Fuck this.
You have a child dream, like, not hate guitars. And you'll never play again.
Yeah, I'll just... Mm-mm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I don't know what the best gift I ever got was. There's been a really... You know what? I think I know what the best gift I ever got was. The gift that I was the most excited to get was Pokemon Red. Got it at my grandparents' house, playing in the pool, got out, cake time, present time, opened it up, Game Boy Color, green, aqua, and Pokemon Red. I was pretty pumped. I mean, obviously there's been better things since then, but like that was I still think back to that. That was a good day. That was like a fire truck day.
That's Fire Truck Day, yeah.
Yeah. It was Pokemon Red.
All right, I remember when I was like a little kid.
Uh-huh.
And I was super excited for my birthday, and so I was probably like 5 years old, you know.
When we still cared about things.
Yeah, I still cared about things, and so my parents bring out this big box. And I open it, and it's this fire truck. And some guy at the playground fucking steals it. Fucking Batman toy.
And we come full circle. It wasn't a dream. It was
No, it
Mike's
was just
birthday.
me stealing from Mike. It was-
I could say the gift of life. What about that?
That's pretty deep.
What about
That's
that?
also a bullshit answer. I feel like you didn't choose. You're like, gift? Yeah, I'll take it. Thanks.
I'm trying to think of my best gift because I wrote that down because I thought it was an interesting question, but I don't really.
See, I do that all the time. I'll write down something that I want to know other people's answers to, but I don't have one for myself. So.
I remember getting a Game Boy Color and Pokemon on the same day as well.
It's pretty good, right?
That was
It'd be
great-
fucked up if they just gave you Pokemon. And you're
Yeah.
like, what am I going to do with this? Well, raise some
Listen.
money, cut some grass, go buy a Game Boy Color. Like, what the fuck is that? It's initiative, is what they
Yeah.
should have gave you. But
How's that going for you? The gift of initiative.
I don't have it.
because you got the Game Boy.
They
that's
just
all I'm
gave me
saying.
life, and then they said that's good enough. And I was like, whatever. I like movie.
Yeah, one out of 2 ain't bad.
Hey, at least I'm existing. That's enough.
That's it, man.
I got out of bed today.
Step 1, woke
Step
up.
1.
Step 2, question. Step 3, sleep.
Step 4. Wake up. Repeat.
I have considered the bravest thing I've ever done now.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
go
At
ahead.
this point, and
Yeah.
I was in undergrad and I was working in some chem lab and I bumped my head on something and I dropped this enormous like
And that's when you had the idea for the flux capacitor.
yeah, it was great. No, I dropped this enormous thing right on like the laptop that was running a couple of the instruments and just shattered the screen to a million pieces. And no one was around, and I really could have just like ran and pretended, and then just sort of had the whole like who did this thing that always ends up happening in like workplace.
I put it back
incidents.
last night. It was fine.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
no, I just went
He
immediately.
means lying.
No,
That's what I mean.
No,
Covering
but,
his tracks.
but what's
Yeah.
really surprised me, and I mean, it shouldn't surprise me because it's the right thing to do, is I just immediately, went to, my supervisor's office just being like, I did a thing, like, how do we fix it? Like, what can we do? Which, I mean, I guess that's just being a good employee, and if that's
Hey.
the bravest thing that I've done, that's...
As long as he didn't give you shit, and you're like, I bumped my head, and he's like, what did you bump your head on? And you're like, this thing, please don't yell at me.
It's like, your lab just isn't tall friendly. This is actually your fault.
I'm suing you now.
Yeah.
That's pretty brave. Owning up to it.
Owning up to it.
Yeah.
No, it was the without like it was like the first just like instantaneous motion sort of, not like an oh shit like what do I do
Right,
thing
you just
first. It was
went
just
right to it.
Yeah. Did you carry it to him?
no,
Like a
no, I
child,
did not
like,
carry it to. It was a lady boss.
Oh, did you carry it to her like a child?
No.
It's probably also the most responsible thing you've ever done.
Yeah, we'll just wrap those up together. Really, I mean that's probably. Maybe I'm just
gonna-
confusing those two things.
Throw this hat topic out then. Oh.
Do you want to pick the next one?
Yeah.
Sure. Adam Sandler as a person. I don't think I wrote it. I think that's a Najee.
Yeah, I didn't.
Just
write
as a
that.
person.
It's either
I mean-
Najee or Kevin.
I like him. Anybody else?
I like him. I respect what he does. His
Mhm.
movies might be terrible now, but I would do the same thing if I was in his position.
I mean, if
Yeah.
you made your living out of making terrible movies, that's all you've ever known.
That's like
I-
Tyler
it'd be
Perry's whole
fine.
life.
well, I think he
Is
does it
that
on-
too far?
I think he does it on purpose because he knows he's getting paid millions of dollars.
It's
to hang out
true,
with
yeah.
his
Whatever
friends.
that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, whatever that Netflix movie was. Oh, the like, it was a play on the Hateful Eight, but it wasn't the same
It's
movie
like
at all.
the
Seven,
Magnificent
right?
Seven. Yeah.
Oh,
Ridiculous.
isn't that like, yeah?
I don't
It's
know.
ridiculous.
The Ridiculous
Yeah.
Six,
Six.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is also yeah, all these sort of
Magnificent Seven.
yeah.
things.
I don't know. I never saw it, but I definitely heard that he just sort of looked like he was like just dead like the whole time, just like I don't care. Like we'll just get this scene done.
Just dead.
I'm
behind
gonna
his eyes.
I shoot him in the nuts. Like that's get it? Get it? The joke is I shot him in the
I
nuts.
feel like for him it's become work,
Mm.
which is fine.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm going to enjoy my life outside of this, but this is work. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Get that paycheck and go do awesome things.
I just
with
want you guys to know that you've lost Adam Sandler as a listener to this podcast at this point.
I'm okay with that because I didn't think he was listening to
it. No,
begin with.
no,
He
you
was-
know what?
no,
We
no.
didn't because
He was-
if Adam Sandler's listening to this, he knows that we get it. We're
Yeah.
one of the few people that get it.
No,
'Cause
we
I
get
still
it.
respect him.
It's okay, Adam. I
And it's
understand.
like you might make bad movies now,
Okay.
but I would do this.
He was
same
right in the
thing.
middle of
Yeah.
typing you guys an email, and he's listening to this. Like, I would love to be
He's
a
on the
guest.
fence still. Like, wait, let me
If
listen
the
to
three
the
of
whole
us
thing.
get paid to travel and make terrible movies, millions of dollars and make terrible movies, would we not do it?
I would definitely do
Definitely do it.
that. I would definitely do that.
Like because you don't have to try at that point. That's the best part.
No,
you
yeah,
just
they
have
just
to
hand
show
you-
up.
You just be there.
You just have to
They
show
hand you a
up.
script and you're like, the title's Farts in People's Faces. Yeah, I'll make that movie.
Yeah.
And then you make that movie. You don't even have to read what the script is about. You just have to read the title.
I don't ever hate on the actors that make these terrible movies.
Mhm.
I hate on the producers that make these terrible movies.
Yes.
They are the ones to blame. Those
A
are
lot
the
of
ones
people
that
that
don't
like.
Well, really, we should hate
They're
on
like,
the
that's fine.
audience.
Yeah,
We should hate on the audience that watches these terrible movies.
yeah, and the audience and the yes men. They're
Yeah.
like, this is fine.
Yeah, let's hate everybody. Is there a way that we could just rope the whole world into this? I mean, collectively,
No, I'm
we
saying
are
I
the
don't
problem.
hate the actors. All right.
Yeah.
So they get the
No,
pass.
just everybody else.
Unless it's Nicolas Cage, because he's just fucking terrible. He literally makes 2 movies a year just for the money.
That's a lie.
No,
Nicolas
it's
Cage
no
has
lie.
made some great movies, dude.
Like what? That's my point.
Vampire's Kiss is good.
Haven't
Bad
seen it.
Lieutenant, Port of Call in New Orleans is good.
Just the fact that it was Port of New Orleans at the end of it makes it bad.
What else? What
The
else?
only good movie that I've ever seen him in is Valley Girl.
I haven't seen that
1980s
one.
style. He's like the guy from the wrong side of the tracks. He meets the Valley Girl. Her friends don't let them be together.
The Coen Brothers one
It's a
he
pretty
did was
good one.
good. Raising Arizona.
I get that confused with Matchstick Men all the time, but no.
He's made some good stuff.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But
He's
is The Wicker Man not a great film?
The Wicker Man is a classic. The original Wicker Man is one of the best musicals of all time.
I don't know. I mean, did they punch a man in a bear costume? Like,
I want to look up Cage movies now because I like some of them.
I'll give it to him. I mean, some of the movies he makes are entertaining, but it's because of the movie itself. The premise is entertaining. The script is entertaining. Not him. I don't like him at all. What's that one where they go to Vegas and he has to trade off his girlfriend, who's that horse lady?
I don't know, dude. He makes so many.
he
Sarah
dates a
Jessica
centaur?
Parker. He does. It's Sarah Jessica Parker.
He's
He has
great
to
in
trade off.
Kick-Ass.
I didn't even like that movie.
Oh, yeah, he's in Kick-Ass.
Yeah,
That's
he's very
fine,
good in
yeah.
Kick-Ass.
I was not a fan.
Have you not seen Adaptation, dude?
I haven't seen
That's a
Adaptation.
great movie.
Maybe it's just my lack
Have
of
you?
Nick Cage movies.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, he makes 2 every year.
Okay.
I can't keep up with them.
we
all.
gotta watch
Hmm?
Adaptation sometimes because I think you'll like that one because it's very meta and strange.
Answer this: how many movies has he made since 2000? If it's more than 34, then he's selling
It's
out.
probably made like 100, dude.
That's what I mean, dude. You can't in 17 years. You can't make 100
Would
movies
you not sell out, though?
out.
If
I
that's
mean,
your
like,
job.
consider the option of selling out.
And tons of money in travel.
I
We
would
just said
sell
this
out in a
without saying
second.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting
Yeah.
for someone to listen to this and say, let's hire them and make them sell out.
Yeah, no, I would.
He's got a net worth of
Yeah.
$25 million, dude.
That's it. How does he have a net worth of 20? Maybe that's why he's making movies every year because his net worth is only 25
Yeah, you know
million.
why? Because he's had 3 wives.
Ah, that's true.
No, you want to know why? It's because he puts a lot of his own effort into the movies, and he really funds them.
Does he?
He
And they're
might,
still
he might.
terrible.
Yeah, it says he's a producer as well, so.
Hmm.
He's also got a bunch of kids, so that's why he needs all that money.
Yeah.
Well,
Where were we?
Some heated
Adam
Nick debate.
Sandler. Right,
Adam
right.
Sandler.
Yeah,
Right.
he sold out. We agreed with him selling out.
Yeah, so did Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, but
You
I
want him
love
to make a comeback. He used to make like 3 movies a year, and
I'm
they were
okay.
bad.
See, that's the thing. I feel like it's okay for people to sell out if I like them originally, and then I could sell out and be
yeah.
like, all right, I want the nostalgia back. But I've always hated Nick Cage, so it's like, if he sells out, he's just a piece of shit. It's not like
It's like you're walking on thin ice, Nick
yeah,
Cage.
yeah. Don't. If you
about,
didn't
like-
sell out, I might have some respect for you still. But since you sold out, no respect anymore.
Who else is a modern day sellout that does that? Besides Adam Sandler and Nick Cage. A younger one. Do we have someone like that?
That's a sellout. That's like
And everything.
in everything. I mean, you could say Samuel L. Jackson, but I mean,
I
he's
said
amazing.
younger, dude.
No, I know, but he's in everything. As soon as you said everything, that's the first thing my mind went to.
Yeah.
Um,
Samuel Jackson sellout?
no, he's not. He's just in everything. And as soon as you said that, it
Mm-hmm.
was like, you know, who's in everything?
I mean, it was looking like Ryan Reynolds for a while, right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
I could say Fassbender because he's in fucking
Yeah, he's in a
so
lot.
much shit now, but I like him. He's a good actor.
so it's not sell out.
No. I'm just... All right, so I guess
Good.
we're just going to talk about what people are in tons of movies now. I mean, I guess that's like the first
Who's a
step.
popular actor nowadays?
Tell me.
That's the first step of selling out, though, is just
Who's in
being in
these
everything,
pictures?
right?
Oh. Who doesn't want to thrive in obscurity?
All right, I'm done. Next topic.
Neil's pick again. He can
All right.
go for it. Neil really wanted to open his second beer.
No.
I
He has
know,
to
I was in the
read,
middle of it.
Like,
Do you miss Bernie Mac? There's definitely.
this is a Dan topic. Or is this me?
That's your handwriting. This is not me.
Why would I write that?
I don't know. I do miss him. I like this show a lot. Like the Bernie Mac show.
Why did I write that? I don't know. I
don't
guess
know.
I was missing Bernie Mac that day.
It's
So
pretty-
then what is your answer to the question?
I guess I do.
I mean, I was feeling it that day.
I do miss him.
I
What
feel
other movies has he been in? I mean, I know Friday was pretty good in that.
I just want to say I think it'd be very mean spirited if I didn't miss Bernie Mac and I wrote that question. Do you miss Bernie Mac? Hell no, I'm glad he's dead. So I'm assuming when I wrote that I was thinking about Bernie Mac and I missed him.
Maybe you had a dream when you were young about Bernie Mac
Stealing a fire truck.
stealing your fire truck.
So yeah, I mean, like more than an actor though. He was like one of the original Kings of Comedy or whatever, right? He was like part
Yeah.
of that
Yeah.
comedy group. So
He was.
yeah.
But
That,
I only
like-
know him from acting.
I mean, he was like, yeah, it's
Hmm.
true. But why is that? Are you saying you don't listen to black comedy, Dan?
I don't. Not really. Kevin Hart, Eddie Murphy.
Oh, Kevin Hart's a sellout.
Yeah, no,
He's
Kevin
in
Hart is a
everything.
sellout.
So is The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock is good though.
I'm saying that because they were in those two movies together,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Sellouts.
Sellouts.
Mm.
The Rock's cool though. So is Kevin Hart. I don't think Kevin Hart's very funny, but once again, I respect what he does because
Yeah.
fuck it, making a boatload of money.
Yeah, he is. Any other feelings on Bernie Mac?
Neil.
The-
I mean, I don't
the
know. He
late
never.
great-
I don't. He wasn't a terrible person, was he?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
He just had a heart attack.
Yeah.
10
Okay.
No,
years
did he
ago
die
now.
of pneumonia?
Was it?
I thought it was.
Oh,
Look it
I
up.
thought he had a heart attack.
Google
That
it.
was William Henry Harrison.
I'm pretty sure he died of pneumonia.
Sure, I can find that out.
Just edit all this.
Do, do,
silent
do, do,
out.
Yeah, all this like quiet, like, hey, will you guest look something up on your telephone? Oh, all right.
This is why we need an actual studio with computers and real mics.
And look it up.
That's what
See,
she's
there you
here
go.
for.
That's you're underutilizing your.
Oh no.
This is like
More
the.
dead air.
It's
What's-
really,
how'd
it's
he
really
die?
hard. Yeah, I don't know. It's
Go
hard.
to death.
Sarcoidosis?
You know what that is, right?
Sarcoidosis?
It's when he gets killed by Asian fish.
It was complications of pneumonia.
Yeah,
So
what's
we
up?
had it right, and now there's a bunch of stuff you have to edit out.
I
So
was
it's pretty
wrong.
dope.
I'm not editing that.
Oh, okay,
No, we
yeah.
I
don't.
was wrong.
Never edit.
Let's be honest.
All right, give me that hat.
All right.
Give me that hat up in here. Forgot to check what time we started. Oh well. All right, this is another one. We're getting all the ones I wrote tonight.
Go ahead.
I'm okay
Damn.
with this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How much do you care about strangers?
Very little.
As do I. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I feel like that I've always not cared about strangers, and I think that's a sort of symptom of, like, the East Coast in general. Like,
Yeah.
people just sort of scowling at each other as they walk down the street.
It might be because New Jersey has more people in it per acre.
Well, it's true. I mean, I just don't
Square
have.
mile,
I don't have the
whatever.
time to care about all these people.
Yeah, absolutely not. No.
Well, I wrote this question tonight because I was watching a video before I came here about a British guy, and he's a wealthy man, and he has no, he's not married, and he has no kids.
Right.
So he's been wondering who should he give his money to.
Mhm.
And he's not famous on YouTube, he only has like 9,000 followers.
Right.
But someone suggested to him, why don't you just give it to an orphanage? And his response, he made like this long video saying like, I don't give a fuck about them.
Right.
Because they're not
See,
people
that's
I know.
that-
I would
right.
rather give it to my community, like,
Right.
because he works for a school. He'd rather give it to his school because that's his. He kept saying it's his tribe, it's his people.
Right.
He would rather give it to them than some random
Orphans.
charity.
Charity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say, I think like in the theme of the question, like I don't care about strangers that I like see on the street,
Yeah.
right? But like I care about a lot of causes.
Do you give a fuck what's happening in
it-
Texas?
I mean, like, see, that's the thing, right? Like, if somebody was like, "Oh yeah, I had to fly out of Texas because like my home was destroyed or something," I'd be like, But I see it on the news and I'm like, that's really a shame, and like I really heart goes out to. It's weird. It's a very complicated stance that I'm
Because I don't
taking.
really care. Like, it's like, yeah, I feel bad, but it's also like, what can I do?
Yeah, no,
Well, I mean,
I'm glad
there's
somebody
there's
else
a there's
agrees
a
with me.
whole
I got
list
so
of
much
things.
shit wrong in my life, dude,
It's-
that I have to sort out before I
Yeah.
can give a fuck about helping them.
I agree, man. Every time there's like a national disaster or like a tragedy or anything like that, everyone's like, "Oh, let me change my Facebook post
Yeah.
to the Texas flag or all this other
Our
bullshit." I'm
prayers
just
go out
like-
to Gondor.
I'm like, dude, I really, I mean, I care,
I-
and I agree, like, sympathize with them and everything, but at the same time, I'm like, it's a
Yeah.
blip on the fucking timeline in America. 3 weeks from now, no one's gonna give a fuck.
Right, I'm not a
Like-
robot. Like, I care.
Like,
Like, yeah, that's a shame, but that's all I can do, and that's fine. So
You guys were stronger than the storm. All right. You guys remember?
I wasn't even here. I was in another
Yeah.
state, and I was just like, yeah, I got family. Yeah, they're fine. Like, they're good. But just as an example, like, the water crisis in Flint is still going on years
Right.
after it fucking happened, and no one gives a shit about
Yeah.
it. Like, it was the biggest thing on
It's been
news
glossed
years
over.
ago, and now no one cares at all. So as soon as the water recedes in Texas, no one's going to give a fuck. There's still problems from Katrina and everything, so it's like,
There's still
It's
shit
just a
from the
blip.
last hurricane with Atlantic City and all that.
yeah. It
Who gives a
honestly,
fuck? Christie didn't give a fuck. He was like, "What am I supposed to do? Bring them out?" That's what he was on record for saying.
well, yeah, there you go.
Shit.
And well, yeah, fuck it.
I mean, I care, but honestly, I feel like this is how everybody feels. Like, drop a post on some social media website that shows you care for 5 seconds, and then you just get back to your daily life.
But you know, it's so easy to like take a bit of your time and do something real in your community. Like, so like.
Well,
not
that's
getting-
different. Your community is different from
Yeah, you
the
don't-
other
you don't
community.
know
Directly
these
affects you,
people.
though.
Like,
What, within our community?
well, like I mean, even like your larger community than just like the town you live in. It's like kind of it's
Explain more,
shockingly
'cause I
easy to get involved in like local politics,
Right.
And furthermore, like actually have an impact beyond your community, right? And start thinking about things like within like sections of your state, right? I mean, I guess it's still in the vein of your state or something, but it's there is a way to get involved. That doesn't mean change like using your Facebook.
But so many people
status.
do, and they think that's what.
Yeah.
Like that's like.
Well,
they're
with the
helping.
Facebook statuses,
Like, I like this
trending
tragedy
on
needs
Twitter and
help,
stuff,
yeah.
and changing their profile picture to the
You're doing nothing
French flag.
except for jumping on a bandwagon of non-supporters. You know?
Yeah, you're not actually donating money or doing anything.
Yeah. Even with like the ice bucket challenge, like it started as a way to raise money for people, and then it just turned into a fad, and
Yeah,
celebrities started
people
doing
didn't
it.
even give money anymore.
That's
It
what
was
I mean.
fun.
So I did like Vern Troyer, I think, Mini-Me of Mini-Me fame, right? He when he did the ice bucket challenge, he was saying, "Oh, California's in a drought, so I'm not going to use water," and he poured like a milk on himself. And I was like,
Ugh.
"That's so much more water!" Like, what did you?
It's disgusting.
So, you started off when we brought this up that
Hmm.
you think it's an East Coast thing. Do people out west care more?
No,
about-
so I
But also-
initially had the question wrong. Like,
Okay.
I'm because like I'm saying I'm walking down the street in Philly.
right.
Right, like, I don't want to talk to you, stranger. Like, please
Okay.
leave me alone forever. I don't
agree
care
with that
about
as
you.
well.
I also
Right.
agree with that.
Yeah, like
No, exactly, but,
leave me
like-
alone. yeah,
But like for issues and things that don't necessarily exist in my community, I'll be very vocal and like attempt to correct people's bad behavior. I've been avoiding it a little bit since given some recent events in the U.S. in general, not in my community.
Yeah.
But I was sort of fearing that I'd have to talk to some of my family members about like some of their questionable word choices or like opinions on things. Luckily, I didn't have to talk about politics at all. But I mean,
Yeah.
it goes. I mean, like caring about something is just at the very least like just talking to people and like trying to use your voice to change people's minds on certain issues.
right.
Right, but okay. Well, go ahead, Dan.
I was just gonna say, I feel like even if I do care about something, it's so me as a single person is so uninfluential that I can't do anything. So why do anything at all? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to get like super deep.
No,
about
no,
it.
I
no,
agree
no,
with that,
no.
too.
Yeah, and I mean, but I think that's at the same point, it's while that's a realistic viewpoint, I don't think it's like I think that's sort of toxic a little bit, right?
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
like if if every single person thinks that way, then there is nobody to act at all, right? And
Yeah,
then it gets bad.
It depends on what you mean by action, though, because I mean, if I was in Texas, I would be trying to help them. If it was my community being flooded, of course.
Well,
would
I
be,
understand, but
but
like,
I'm
yeah,
not
but
there,
that also
so
comes
how
down
am I
to the
supposed
fact that you're not going to jump on an airplane
Of course,
and
I'm
fly
not
to
going
town.
to.
Well, no,
'cause
but like
fuck,
very
that's-
few people are. There are people that are paid to do that,
Of course.
Yeah.
right? But there are relief funds, right? Like giving to those organizations
Yeah,
that are
and they're
helping
becoming
people.
pretty popular
That's
right
a
now.
real way, right, to
Right.
like care about people. But on the street, I don't give a fuck about you. Like, like, right? Like that's really where it
I don't
comes
see how
down
that's
to.
different, though.
Yeah.
I don't see how that's different. I think you're just because that makes it even more personal, and that makes you reject it more. I think you like it when it's interpersonal. He's looking at me like I'm right. He knows.
This is like the deepest topic we've talked about.
It
right
is.
here.
Which
Most of the time it's just fart jokes and other stuff.
I know. I'm sorry.
I wanted to
Yeah,
get into
it's
this because
cool,
that
it's
video
cool.
really affected me. So, I also, to tie into like the bravest, like when Will and I stopped that night, I was like, well, we're gonna stop and help this guy.
Yeah.
But other nights I've driven by so many people that are
Pulled over on the
pulled
side.
over
Yeah,
and
yeah.
look like they're in trouble or
Yep.
crash, and it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that comes down to if I want to talk about the guy's video. His name's Daryl Sloan. If we want to talk about Sloan's approach, which is caring about your tribe interpersonal, I agree with that more. Like the people that are directly within your inner circle.
Yeah.
I definitely want to protect and do what I can for them over the broader spectrum, because I can't even. It's so hard for me to even fathom what's happening
Yeah,
with
no, I
starving
did.
children in
Yeah.
Africa
Yeah.
and shit.
No,
Like,
it's
'cause
true.
I can't reasonably measure that in my mind, and I can't, if I tried to. Like, I remember in my teenage years, I did try to think about like, oh man, this world, and I was like so mopey. Like I'd be up all night thinking about it. It's like I
Yeah,
can't. That's toxic to me to think about.
No,
that.
it's true. But, I think there is something about, at least amongst the people that I know that have gotten really into doing sort of getting involved, either doing things like going to Africa to, like,
Yeah.
do what they can, or even being involved in their local politics.
I looked into local politics this past cycle because the dates to sign up were June. But people for our districts are they're young men and they're ready Democrats, so I think there's no way to really beat them. And I don't think I'd want to, because they seem like they have a good
Well,
head on
but
their shoulders.
Right.
But it's even like just getting engaged with your local politicians and things. But I feel like just even taking those couple of steps to like try to do some volunteer work, or like try to open your eyes to some issues, like it snowballs. You can start in your local
Dude.
community, but once you start caring about it, then I
Yeah.
think it just becomes like all encompassing, and then you care
Right.
a lot about everything. And
I feel like I said before, if I knew that I was making a difference and I could actually make a difference for something, then I probably would do more. But the fact that I feel like I don't make a difference at all, I
agree.
don't try to make. You know what I mean?
Well-
and I agree to your point. It is very toxic. to think
yeah,
that way,
I mean,
but-
hell, right? Like at the end of the day, I'm not doing any of these things,
yeah,
right?
right.
But
Well, it's good that we're even disagreeing a little bit or talking
Yeah.
about it, so I
No,
don't want you to feel like put off or anything.
No.
No,
yeah,
not at
yeah.
all, not at all. I mean, if anything, I'm just kind of being hypocritical here, right? Like I know a lot of people that are doing they're doing their best in what they can and
Right.
trying to get involved in several issues, but I think all it takes is that first step to see actually, oh wait, I do have an impact.
Yeah, honestly.
And it's shockingly shallow, just from like
Right.
what I've seen and like how quickly a group of my friends can go from just like sitting around and being students to going on and like
Well, there are
actually
definitely
impacting
things
their
in
community.
our, I think episode 1 or 2, I talked about how if I do ever have some sort of following and money, I would love to donate to Delsey
Okay.
to give them
Yeah.
Yeah,
money,
yeah.
but only
Yep.
towar's the arts. So
Yeah.
like it can't go towards football.
That's a big. I mean, that's a big
it has
problem.
to be
Yeah.
on equipment for like film equipment or computers for graphics. Like
Mhm.
has to go towards that. And I've also wanted to, because the things I want to do within my community have to do with the arts, but I don't feel like I'm there yet.
Right.
My dad always says, just become a teacher. And I'm like, I haven't even succeeded. I don't want to teach
Yeah.
a generation of kids like
Yeah.
from a guy who didn't do anything yet.
Yeah, I mean that's
But
absolutely true. But like, I mean, I don't know how any of this works. But like, maybe
No,
there are summer programs that need
Well, that's what I'm saying.
volunteers
I'm
and
saying,
assistants that aren't your money. right? Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like once I become more confident in my abilities, I would love to do some sort of course at the library for free to teach people. Because people don't even know that they can put their books on Amazon and stuff. And
yeah, no, absolutely.
I would love to do free classes to help them.
Yeah, you could teach
Right.
them how to write dinosaur erotica, and it'll be.
Dude, I would
Scaly
teach them to do
board.
anything. I would love to do that, but I just don't feel like my abilities are there yet. Because
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
like, who am I? So
On a side note,
Hmm.
I was watching this stuff on Scientology the other day, and I think they have the science of it down because, no pun intended. It's like
I would certainly hope so.
it's like when it comes down to it, to see what your money is affecting, to see the numbers. I want to see it on paper, like how many people I saved, right? So
Okay.
my $5 did what? And they have it down to a science where they have all these stars and celebrities and people with tons of money donating this stuff. And then they just falsify records and shit like that. Like how we saved a town of people. Well, we saved a whole municipality of people. Well, no, it was really only 1,500 people. Well, we saved 15,000. And like they're
Right.
just skewing the numbers. And even though they're skewing the numbers, they're still helping. I don't agree with what they're doing, but I feel like that's the whole science of it. Is if you can show people what their money is actually doing and that they're actually contributing, then you can get the people.
Absolutely.
Like once you break it down to that level, then it all.
What
you know.
weren't those videos growing up of like, oh, for 25 cents a week you can save this starving child while I
Yeah.
sit next to him. He certainly looks hungry, doesn't he, folks?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what-
They're like, oh, look at
Yeah.
this sandwich meeting right in front of his face. Yeah. No, I don't know. I feel like even that is like, at least with our generation, it's like if I don't know what my $5 just went to right now instantly, and I don't have instant gratification of feeling good that I helped somebody, like it's not really worth it. I'd rather just click like and move on with my life. You know what I mean?
I do
So,
also think we're the most proactive generation, though. So far.
how so?
Because I think more people are becoming more involved with their local politics and everything. Because I do see that online. I see friends of friends I'm friends with Facebook. They do go to these protests and they do sign
Right.
up with their local politics, and that's
Yeah. You know, Najee was visiting me in California, and I was getting a message from some of my friends that there was a Planned Parenthood rally, right? And I wasn't really thinking in the morning. I was like making coffee, and I just got it, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll go to that. And I was like, hey Najee, you want to go to this Planned Parenthood protest later? And he was like, like what? Like, what side are you saying right now? Because it's like protest. I was like, oh no, the good one. And he's like, just be clear with me right now. What do you?
Break it down. I need
Yeah.
to know.
It's like, oh no, good. Abortion's good. He's like, all right, okay, cool, we'll go.
Right.
well. Also, with the protest now, because they keep on both sides are showing up and like beating the shit out of each other. I don't want to go. It's like fuck
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I
Not
don't wanna
for
get,
not
like-
for those types of things. For
No, but
yeah.
for some of them, I don't. That ain't worth it. I don't know.
Yeah, it turns out things get violent when there's a bunch of white people in polo shirts carrying tiki
Yeah.
torches through a
Yeah.
campus.
I don't know when they're gonna start shooting their guns or something.
They're
Like, I
3D
don't
printed
wanna-
guns.
They're 3D printed one-shot guns.
They're 3D
Look
printed
at that.
Patriot guns.
Full circle.
Patriotism guns.
Yeah.
They're Patriot
I'm a
guns.
patriot.
American
I'm a
guns.
domestic terrorist patriot. I'm a domestic patriot.
Our podcast is now flagged on 7
Yeah.
illegal networks.
We lost all of our viewers.
I'm not going to be able to fly it home tonight. So that's...
Yeah, you're done. Just start walking now.
So let's lighten it with a different hat topic.
Yeah,
I mean, do
yeah.
we have anything else to say?
No, I think we got it. But I think
Okay.
getting involved is easier than you think. Especially if you've
I
got
think
time
so-
on
I
your
think
hands.
so,
It's
too.
mostly time.
Hey, I got time on my hands, but I'm also.
Next thing we know, Mike's going to be the mayor. He'll
Hey,
be like,
Mayor!
like, it just took me 1 year to become mayor. Who knew?
guys.
Like,
Mayor Goldie Wilson.
No, dude,
Yeah.
I don't. I don't know if I want to say some bad things about the good people of our town, but I've gone to town meetings. So I don't know if I want to tolerate those people.
That's yeah.
I was a
agree with
journalism
that.
major, so I had to sit
That
in
is
and listen
true.
to every little comment they made.
Yeah, yeah.
And some of the people are the same people of this good town of Franklinville that go to every meeting and ask
Like,
the
you're
same
just
dumb
all
questions.
Idiots.
And I'm glad that
No, but I want to know exactly where Ben Franklin was.
I do think it's strange that the same people show up to the meetings every time
Mm-hmm.
and they just kind of ramble.
Yeah.
That's strange. Like the weird town.
Well,
that
I
do
mean,
that.
like it just gives people a platform, and some people just want a platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pick a damn topic, Mike.
I just picked one. That was mine.
All right, pick a damn topic, Dan.
Pick a Dan topic.
Pick a damn topic, Dan. Does any Make you emotional. Any song? Is
Yeah, oh, I wrote this
Does
one
any
too.
song make you emotional?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
That's how songs work.
Yes, indeed.
All right, what song makes you the most emotional?
I know the song, I just don't know who wrote it or
Well,
how to
what's
sing
it
it
called?
or what's it called. like when I hear it, I'm like, oh man, that's emotional. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. I could look it up. It would take you a while to figure it
Okay.
out.
Do you have one, Neil?
You know, I have like songs that get me like situationally emotional. Like
Explain
so,
it.
like
Explain yourself, nerd.
What are
Yeah.
we? What are we talking?
I meant
emotion-wise?
sad.
Sad, happy,
I meant
excited.
mostly sad, but it could be any. Because I guess
No, that's-
emotions,
Yeah,
exist
emotions
on
are
a
emotions.
spectrum.
yeah, Mike. I don't
Yeah.
know if you know this. There's other emotions.
There's other emotions than sad.
There's other emotions.
I haven't felt them in a long time.
No, no. In particular, I always like to listen to the Valencia album whenever we're about like 40 minutes out of Philly flying in.
Mhm.
Especially if you time it right, you could be listening to 10th Street, which is a song that has a nice like Philadelphia makes me feel home hook that like right when you're coming into and you're seeing the skyline sort of. It always gets me
Yeah.
a little sappy. Right as I'm landing.
I don't have a sad one. We've been over.
Do you
this.
have any other ones?
Anytime I hear the Rocky theme, I get pumped up, and I just want to like run with logs on my back or work out. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just
I-
always want to work out.
When I would drive up the turnpike late at night, like coming home or going back up to New Brunswick, I would put on the Drive soundtrack every
Oh, yeah,
once in a
it's
while.
great, yeah.
But I'd like
Yeah.
night call would come up, and then before I knew it, I'd be doing like 115. I'd be like, nope. You got
There's a lot of
tone
bands
that
on that
back.
road.
Fucking invincible.
Yeah, I just do anything.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm like Robot Devil riding down the road.
Stupid fingers. Tame Impala will get me pumped to feel like, oh man, I can do fucking anything.
Yeah.
Trying to think what makes me sad. Bowie's Heathen album makes me pretty sad.
All my
It's really,
friends are heathens.
No, not that fucking shit, dude. He has a song called Slip Away that's really sad.
Mhm.
And he has a song called Everyone Says Hi, which is pretty sad. I listen to a lot of sad shit, I guess.
Yeah.
Pretty good. If we learned anything, it's that music can touch you.
Me personally or people?
No, just Mike.
Music
you.
can touch
There
me,
is-
That's why all these artists make music is to make
It's
you
just,
feel.
Just for me. Just
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
They did it all for me.
They did it all for you, Mike.
Oh man, I feel great.
Do you want to move to the top 5 list?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And I know you had some you really wanted to do too that weren't top 5, right?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. We can do that now or.
No, I'll do top 5 first. 'Cause you mentioned it first. I don't know why I brought up the other ones like a complete
Yeah,
jerk.
you just fucked everything up. No, we could do one top 5, then one
Okay.
question, then another top 5, then another question.
All right.
Just completely screw everything.
We'll just do top 5s first.
Top 5 cartoons. I wrote now and then, which just means all cartoons.
Any era.
Yeah, any cartoon really.
What about Future?
If you know of any that are coming out that haven't come out yet that you really like, do you?
No, it just isn't now or then. So I was
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
hoping.
Oh, just all cartoons really.
Okay.
You can go.
I know.
first.
No, I know you're feeling very strongly about
Yeah,
your
dude.
list. So
My first one was Ed, Ed and Eddie.
okay.
I don't know how
Very
many
good.
hours of that I watched.
Which Ed did you
Double D.
sympathize with?
Yeah, he was my favorite because he's always scheming, but nothing was ever working out. But they still
Mhm.
had a fun time. You know what I mean? Yeah. What are you?
Wait, but wasn't Eddie the schemer? Double
Oh,
D
then
was
it's
the
Eddie. Yeah.
Double D was a smart one.
Yeah.
And I guess Ed was the slow one.
Yeah, with one D. Yes, Ed was the slow one.
So yeah, I guess I sympathize with Eddie then. Next one is Dexter's Lab.
That's
Everyone-
on mine as
Okay.
well
That's very
for my then column because I made 2 lists.
Cow and Chicken. That show is fucking terrible, but it's so bad that I liked it. You know what I mean?
I did not like Count Chicken.
No, it's so bad, but it's like if it's on, I have to watch it for nostalgia. You know?
Just like this was a show.
They
made this.
I have Home Movies down.
Oh man, I didn't think of that one.
It's pretty good.
Fantastic.
Futurama. I guess it could be considered a future show. Everyone's adding it.
I have Future on my list.
Okay. I have C Lab 2021.
Yeah, this is what
Also
what I
good.
added on. You said home movies, and I just started thinking about fucking C Lab, which is
And then the last one I have is Harvey Birdman. But all
Ah.
three of them kind of fall in line with each
Yeah.
other.
Well, now Mike's writing down Space Ghost. So like that's.
Freaking Space Ghost.
That's great. What's on your list, Neil?
Oh man, so for my then column, I just remember being a kid. I loved Rugrats, like to the extent that my mom would like film it on this like just like back to back, like whenever it's on. I don't even know what kind of
show.
no, yeah, no,
Film you
but like
watching.
you know,
Like a
like
trial.
no, that's
Remember
that's
when you
fucking
watched that
terrifying.
show?
Yeah, no,
I didn't
but
even know there was a camera there.
I don't even know. I don't even know how she did like put the effort together to actually like have a tape and then like it wasn't like a marathon or anything. It was just like there were a couple episodes and she would like put it in or whatever
Right.
and like record it and then stop it after the show and then whenever Rugrats came on again she like filmed it. She must
So
have
she
spent
just
like
left it in there the whole time. Started it back up. She
I
didn't
guess
take
so.
it out,
No.
because that would be-
I guess not. But just like
Right.
keeping it cued like that, and then when we would go on long drives or something, I would like watch this tape of like several Rugrats episodes back to back, which was great. I mean, I really liked the show when I was a little kid. And it's still good.
Oh, it is good. It popped up on my Instagram the other day and it was like, do you know these themes? It was a black screen and they came on. I was like, that's Rugrats. Instantly.
Oh yeah, of course.
Instantly you know what
Yeah,
it is.
blah blah.
Yep.
And then I had Dexter's Lab.
Classic.
Fantastic. I just wrote down C Lab because like
It's so good.
fucking love C Lab.
It's so good,
2021.
man.
And then I loved Powerpuff Girls. Actually, I
Oh, that's a
really
great one.
enjoyed everything about Powerpuff Girls. I remember laughing so hard. There's an episode where Mojo Jojo is babysitting for them for whatever like
How'd that
reason.
end up? Yeah.
Oh god, it's amazing.
I think my favorite episode of that is Yoko Ono, but it's a Yoko Coco episode. That's a good one.
Who's your favorite Powerpuff Girl villain?
Yeah, I liked him a lot.
That's mine.
Yeah, it was pretty sinister.
And just generally bizarre. He's ahead of his time.
Yeah, he was.
Him.
The Amoeba Boys. Had to
Neighbor
say it.
Boys. Well, I mean, their first villain was that the hick one,
Fuzzy.
Fuzzy
Lumpkins?
Lumpkins. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's good too.
I like
Yeah.
the kid that eats paste.
I don't
Do you
remember
remember
that
that one?
No.
It's like the
Wait,
kid that
this is
they
the kid-
bully. In their,
Oh, and he
in their
turns into a
classroom.
big paste
Yeah.
monster. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
The Rowdy Rough
Yeah.
Boys.
And then I had this in the now column, but it should be a then, but it's Flapjack. It's just more now than those shows
Yeah, I
to
agree.
me, right? Flapjack's fantastic in general. The misleading episode where the octopus is the entire classroom.
Oh,
is-
yes, put the candy
Right.
on my cheek.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yeah,
just-
exactly. Yeah.
Candy on
and
my
Adventure Time. That was really good. I sort of stopped watching after some point, just mostly because I don't have TV anymore.
Right.
But and then Rick and Morty, because like you can't be a millennial scientist person and not like
Not love it, yeah.
Rick and Morty in general.
What do you got down, Mike?
Well, you guys said some of mine, like Flapjack and Futurama, and
Is your top 5 list 17 long?
it's mine.
Yeah, I can just see the bottom of your sheet and it's just covered with writing.
It is. There's tons of little scribbles. Well, I mentioned Mission Hill before as one of my favorite one-season shows.
Yep.
So I guess that has to be one of my top 5. You guys reminded me of Space Ghost.
Yep, you're welcome.
And of course, I don't know why I couldn't. That's one of my
I mean, I was
favorite
gonna say,
shows
yeah,
ever.
that's one of
It's
your
my
favorite shows,
Just like one of my
period.
favorite things.
Yeah.
Space Ghost. Maybe because I think of it more as a like beyond a cartoon and just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
it-
lifestyle.
actual-
It kind
program.
of barely counts as a cartoon
Yeah.
in general. Like it had like celebrity guests and stuff. Did it have cartoon segments? It was there was like always
really.
celebrity guests.
Yeah,
right?
there's always
Yeah.
a guest on, and I don't know. It's influenced me a ton with its absurdity. Dr. Katz, which I've mentioned on this podcast before.
What is Dr. Cat?
It's just another
It's like
almost
the-
celebrity thing where
yeah,
it's
it's-
barely animated and they have
Yeah, it's like this
comedians on.
weirdly scribble drawing,
Yeah.
like psychiatrist.
Yeah.
He's a psychiatrist.
And he has comedians as guests and they kind of just do little bits, like they tell jokes.
That's cool.
And I love that a lot. Flapjack, of course. Did I already mention that? I don't think so.
Everybody
I
else
don't
did
think
now.
anyone's mentioned Flapjack yet.
Yeah, I
No?
think that's a wholly
No, I take
original
my
idea.
last statement back. Sorry. No one has said it.
Venture Brothers. I love the Venture
Oh,
Brothers.
that's great, yeah.
I was Dr. Venture for Halloween.
He was, and I've been the henchman before.
Yeah.
And I've Transformers G1 on here. Well, that's kind of a shitty show. I always loved it as a kid.
What's that?
Transformers.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you say that. I was like, what's G1?
Yeah, I don't know
The
what
first,
G1
it's the first generation.
Yeah.
Right,
oh,
right,
okay.
right.
Yeah. In the common parlance.
Yeah.
Well, people say Pokemon Gen 1 now or G1, so.
Not for the television show.
Well, they do for Transformers because it went from Transformers to.
Autobots
Okay, in the
stuff.
90s they called it G2, which they took the original G1 and they just added a new intro and edited the episode slightly,
Right.
which made the first.
And then they were dinosaurs.
Yes, that was Beast Wars. But I remember being,
Those
I
are the
remember
best.
being a child and while Beast Wars was popular,
You were at the playground.
and I was at the playground. No, but I don't know how I'm
You're just chilling
how
out,
I had-
Max.
Relaxing, all cool.
I don't know how I had seen G1 as a child.
Right.
I guess we had the movie or some episodes on tape.
I remember those came back, G.I. Joe, and what the fuck is the one with the lions? God damn it.
Voltron?
With Lion-O.
Oh,
Thundercats.
Thundercats.
Yeah, that all came back on Cartoon Network, like revamped, but it was the originals, so maybe that was it when we were kids.
Well, I'm talking about when we were like kindergarten, first grade. So like,
Yeah.
I knew
Wow.
who they were, and I would talk about them, and people were like, "No, they're just animals, dude. You're an idiot." I was
You're
like,
like,
"No,
"No,
they
they're
turn
not."
the cars.
He's an ambulance.
they turn the car. They're like, "No, they don't,
He's a-
dumb." I'm like,
Optimus Prime is a
I know.
the
gorilla,
Transformers
alright?
I know. turning
Was
the
Optimus
cars.
Prime a gorilla?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Megatron was a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they weren't really Optimus Prime and Megatron. It was Optimus Primal. And Megatron wasn't Megatron, he was just someone who worshipped Megatron, so he called himself Megatron as a tribute. But it wasn't the
Thank you for
Megatron and Optimus
clearing that
Prime.
Huh?
I know
Mike wrote the Wikipedia page for Beast Wars.
Beast Wars is a good show, dude.
How'd that make you feel though as a kid that you were like, I know the origins, and everyone was just
It
like,
made me
you're
feel
retarded.
crazy.
You're
Because
like-
no one believed me.
What
Because
is
there
going
wasn't
on?
Google then to
Yeah.
just. I didn't even have a computer then.
You just have to ask your parents, and they'd be like, I don't know, I don't watch
Yeah, I don't
cartoons.
fucking know, nerd.
Yeah,
Like-
fucking you child nerd.
Child nerd. You're right though, because they did come back with Armada in 2001, and then Energon, and then Cybertron, and then they did animated, and I don't know what they're on now. They keep making.
I
them.
feel like you did write the wiki for this.
Yeah, it's getting to be very obvious.
Yeah.
I loved the Transformers before the movies came out because now the fan base is pure cancer, and
Yep.
I can't deal with that.
That's how I feel about the Turtles, man. I loved all that shit back in the day before anybody else really did.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody did, but
No, you cared the most about them turtles, dude.
yeah. Now, like you said, the fan base is just garbage.
Yeah.
So I think yeah.
I wouldn't sell my belts to industry so they